Students, as we discussed in the last class about the motion and speed of the moving body. The speed of the moving body is nothing but the total distance covered by the object, moving object, divided by the total time taken by the object to cover that much distance. That is, speed equal to distance covered, distance divided by the time taken. Time taken. Okay, but we know all the objects are not moving in the same speed, and also each moving object can't move with the same speed. For example, if we take the vehicles which are moving along the road, are they moving with the same speed? No. The human beings all are in hurry. They always try to reach there. They are rushing to reach their destination as early as possible. So, and also there will be the speed limits varies for vehicles to vehicle. But each moving vehicle are not moving in the same speed, because moving along the road there may be traffic signals or traffic jams, and sometimes the crossing for the pedestrians, otherwise other vehicles may cross. So like that they have to slow down and again increase their speed. So it is very rare to see the vehicles are moving with the same speed. Often we can see only the varying speed of the vehicle motion. So this kind of motion, that is the moving object moving in a varying speed, is called non-uniform motion. Non-uniform motion. That is, the moving object, the motion of the moving object is not with the same speed. The speed will be differ. It may be sometimes increases or sometimes decreases. So that kind of motion is called non-uniform motion. Already I told the example. But in other hand, in other cases, if some vehicles, otherwise if some moving object is moving with the same speed for a long time interval, we can say that moving object is in uniform motion. Is it clear, student? What is non-uniform motion and uniform motion? Non-uniform motion means the speed will varies time to time. But in uniform motion, there will be a steady speed led by the moving object. Okay. So, for finding the speed of a moving object, we need distance and time. We know we studied to measure the distance in the 6th standard itself. How we will measure the distance? By using the standard instruments like the meter tapes, the measuring tapes, meter scales and all. Isn't it? Through that we can measure the distance. And we also know the units of the distance. Unit of the distance is meter. But for the larger quantity we are using kilometers. For the small quantities we are using millimeter, centimeter, like that units we are using for the distance. But how can we find out the time? We should find out the time also. Then only we can find the speed of an object. Do you think about that? How our ancestors measured the time? Because In olden days, there won't be any clocks and watches. What we are using now to measure the exact time. But in olden days, like these watches are not there. Then, can you imagine how they measure the time? Yes, they used some standard things, means which is happening steadily. By watching that, by noticing that, they tell the otherwise approximately tell the or measure the time. Like the shadows, in different position of the shadows, they may say the approximate time. And also for a day, the ancient people notice the otherwise take the measure of the one sunrise to the next sunrise. It is a day. And half day means from one sunrise to one sunset. So everything is approximate. They can't say the exact time. Like the same, for a month, they used to measure the time interval between one new moon to next new moon. And the half of the month is in between the one new moon to one full moon. And what about the year? How could they measure the year? They used the seasons. Like from the starting of one season to ending of the same season, they said the 1 year is completed. Like if we start from the summer, there are number of seasons, you know, isn't it? If we start from summer, then rainy season, spring, winter, autumn, then again summer season. So like that, from one summer to another summer, it is 1 year. It took 1 year. So like that, our ancestor measured the time only approximately. But nowadays, we have the clock, wristwatches, digital watches, even the smart watches we are using to find out the fractions of time. And here we are going to discuss about the wall clocks, how they are working, and what kind of motion the clocks have